brave and just be Amber.
The triple flip. She's landed 4 triples and it's only been a minute and a half.
It's like sunlight breaking through. It's just so refreshing.
We're going to celebrate the youngest ever winner of the gold medal.
Here to compete on behalf of the Orange County Figure Skating Club, please welcome Sasha Cohen.
This is Sasha Cohen, silver medalist at the 2006 Winter Olympics. Cohen's podium finish was not only a high point of her international career, but also carrying on a long medal streak for U.S. women in the women's singles figure skating event, a streak that had lasted since 1968. During that time, U.S. women's figure skating had become synonymous with success. From Kristi Yamaguchi's gold in 1992 to Michelle Kwan's longevity in the late 90s and early 2000s. You could go out on the ice at the Winter Olympics and come home a superstar, capturing the hearts and minds of an entire nation every 4 years as part of the Winter Games premier event. But Cohen holds a more dubious place in the long history of U.S. women's figure skating lore. She is actually the last American woman to medal at the Winter Olympics in the last 20 years. A far cry from the heights of Team USA glory that made Tara Lipinski and Sarah Hughes household names. But this year, there is a renewed hope that Team USA's newest trio can break that medal drought in a big way. Not only going big on the ice, but breaking the mold into what someone might think traditionally makes a world champion women's figure skater. So who are the 3 high-flying athletes that Team USA is relying upon to bring the program back to its former Olympic glory? Let's meet them. Let's start with Amber Glenn, the first 3-time reigning national champion since Michelle Kwan, who is getting her first Olympic opportunity at the age of 26. And Glenn has already had her fair share of heartbreak and growth on her road to her first Olympic Games. A leading contender to make Team USA in 2022, Glenn unfortunately had to pull out of US Nationals after coming down with COVID, delaying her biggest dream after years of managing expectations of leading the team to an Olympic Games. She said at the time, "I felt I was expected to make it, so that made it all the more devastating." In 2026, Glenn is all the better for her experience. Her consistency is her calling card, showing the ability to replicate top performances at the highest level again and again. She's made the podium in 3 different competitions before winning her 3rd straight US title in January of this year. She also has clearly taken on a leadership role as the eldest women's skater in this year's US trio. She set a welcoming tone for her teammates, and she's not afraid to speak out on behalf of her community. As the first out LGBTQ women's singles skater in Team USA history. Glenn has also led through her vulnerability, being open in the past about her struggles with her mental health. She showed the ability to fight through adversity and create healthy habits in a sport known for toxic competitiveness. She told USA Today, "I hope I can use my platform and my voice throughout these games to try to encourage people to stay strong in these hard times." So if the US's chances for a medal turnaround are grounded in anything other than just high scores, it will be in Glenn's ability to perform at the highest level while also being a leader and a grounding veteran for the larger trio. Next up is Alysa Liu, figure skating's free spirit with a pretty incredible comeback story of her own. A former skating prodigy who became the youngest US woman to win a national championship at the age of 13. Liu is actually the only member of Team USA's Olympic trio with prior Olympic experience, having taken 6th at the age of 16 at the 2022 Beijing Olympics. After that experience, Liu actually stepped away from the sport for years, having accomplished her dreams with the desire to have new experiences in her life and maybe even falling out of love with the sport. "There were many, many times when I didn't enjoy it," she said at the time, needing a break from the constant demands of being an elite athlete and a teenager. But in 2024, Liu returned on her own terms. She relocated her figure skating life to Southern California, where she is currently a student at UCLA, and she immediately found competitive success while also protecting her love of the sport. Since her comeback, she's now placed second in 2 US national championships, even setting a new single score record in 2026 that Glenn actually would go on to break that same night. And Liu truly announced her return to the competitive stage in 2025, shocking the field at the World Championships with a surprise win, taking gold over 3-time world champion Kaori Sakamoto of Japan. She became the first U.S. woman to win a world championship since Kimi Meisner in 2006. A truly remarkable comeback story to place her as a contender for Olympic gold. Liu is the U.S. trio's biggest jumper, with perhaps the highest ceiling of all if she can hit her rotations. And interestingly enough, she announced before traveling to Milan that she is bringing back her world championship winning free skate program, set to Donna Summer's MacArthur Park, after trying a newer Lady Gaga program at this year's US Nationals, in which she took second. Last up is 18-year-old Isabeau Levito, this year's youngest Team USA competitor who took third at this year's US Nationals behind Glenn and Liu, rounding out the trio making it to Milan for the Olympic Games. While Glenn and Liu have taken up most of the headlines, Levito is no afterthought. She earned silver at the World Championships in 2024 and earned her first US national title in 2023 at the age of 15. Slightly less experienced than her teammate counterparts, Levito is skating at her best at the exact right time, having fully recovered from a foot injury that held her out for most of the 2024-2025 season. Levito is the up-and-comer of the trio, the glue that holds the team together that keeps pushing Glenn and Liu to be their best. She registered the highest score of her career at this year's US Nationals, putting her on the plane to Milan. She's an artist as much as an athlete, with a fluidity to her footwork that aligns perfectly with her musicality. So this is a pretty impressive group, showcasing the sport's depth in the United States in recent years. And all 3 US skaters could find themselves on an Olympic podium on the right night. They're skating their best at the right time, their skills are tightly wound, their programs are ready to go, and their competitive mindset have set them up for success. But it's the latter focus that truly differentiates this group from the cutthroat past of women's figure skating. They're comfortable around each other. They are rooting each other on. They make social media videos together. They joke about being called the Blade Angels as the 3 of them. As much as they want to achieve their individual dreams, these teammates are friends and they want each other to succeed. And that is a marked difference from some of the environments that we've seen in figure skating in the past. Glenn is the veteran, confident in her ability to do her job when the spotlight is on her. Liu brings the fun and the joy of figure skating, sometimes enjoying her non-competitive showcase routines just as much as she loves putting it all out there on the ice in competition. And Levito brings a business-like calm to her craft, letting her teammates grab the public's attention if it helps the group succeed as a whole and lets her focus on her strengths. Now, the US is going to be facing stiff competition in Milan. Russian national champion Adelia Petrosian has impressive quad jumps in her routine, while longtime Japanese champion Kaori Sakamoto will give her all in what she says is her last Olympic Games. But before they even hit the ice, Glenn, Liu, and Levito have breathed life into a US women's figure skating program beyond anything we've seen in decades. And no matter what happens, they might just have a chance to redefine what makes an ice skating team tick for generations to come. If you liked that video and want to see more, like and subscribe to Just Women's Sports on YouTube.